Good morning. This is your Monday Morning Toolbox. Last week we talked about SDS sheets, what they're used for and where they're stored. Today we're going to talk about how to read those SDS sheets. If you're looking at a 15-page SDS sheet and you're reading 12-letter chemical names, please be aware that that information is not really intended for you. You only need that information available for a treatment doctor. There will not be a quiz on the chemical composition of hydraulic oil after this training. That information is not for you or for me. There are 16 sections on the SDS sheets, and the ones that we actually can use include things like Section 1. Section 1 is the formal name of the product or the chemical that you're discussing, and that may be the single most important part of this whole process. For example, knowing the actual name of the product may be essential for an emergency room doctor if you're trying to relay this information to him over the phone. For example, some of the pipe lube we used for reinforced concrete pipe has an actual name. If it comes from the Press Seal company, it has an actual name of Enforce Pipe Mounting Lubricant VSL 35. The only way I would ever figure that out is by finding the SDS sheet and seeing what the actual name of the product is. If you have the actual name available, it will be easier to relay this information to ER doctors over the phone. Section number 2 is the hazard identification, meaning Section 2 is how they tell you that this product is going to hurt you. Section 2 may include pictograms, which are specifically for you and me. These pictograms may include things like skull and crossbones, exploding bombs, compressed gas, dead fish lying down on the ground. These are all notifications for you and me to understand not just that this product is bad for us, but how bad. Basically, the scarier the picture, the worse the product. If it has a skull and crossbones, you better pay attention. Section 4 is the first aid measure. Section 3, which I just skipped over, is the chemical composition. I'm not a chemist. We don't need to understand Section 3. Section 5 covers firefighting measures. Section 6 is how to clean up after an accidental spill. Section 7 is how to store the chemical. And Section 8 is the necessary PPE in order to handle the chemical, which we need to know and be aware of. And then Section 11 is how to throw away. Can we throw it in the dumpster, or do we need to treat it as hazmat and do something special? This information is required to be available to employees, and the employees need to be trained in how to read it. If you have any questions, please ask your supervisor.